Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. In this video, I'll be showing you how I made these cute pinecone trees inside a rope basket. In case you're new to my channel, this is part of my Christmas countdown of crafts 2025. This year I'm making simple projects inspired by things I found in nature. You're going to need a pine cone or two. You can either head out into the woods like I did or buy them from a craft store. You're also going to need embellishments to decorate your trees, rope. I found this at Dollar Tree, and you will need glue, a brush, a styrofoam ball, some type of a form, and Saran Wrap. So if you're interested in making these, stay with me and I'll walk you through each step. The first thing I did was find a small container to use as a template for the rope basket. I had these little ramekins that looked to be the perfect size for my pine cones. They measure approximately 3.5 inches wide by 2.5 inches deep, and the rope measures 11 inches in length. I covered them with Saran Wrap and tucked the excess inside. Then you're going to want to brush on a generous amount of wood glue over the entire form. I've never done this before, so it was a little bit trial and error. Then I took the rope and used hot glue to coil it onto itself, then carefully began wrapping it tightly in rows until I reached the bottom of the form. Then I snipped off the excess, added a spot of hot glue to keep it secure, and placed it in an area to dry completely. I had enough rope left over to make a second rope basket, but it didn't cover the whole way. That's okay because I couldn't decide which pine cone I liked better. I had a tall, skinny one and a shorter, thicker version, so I'll use the thicker pine cone in the short basket. You'll want to be very careful and take your time when removing the basket from the form, and also when pulling the Saran Wrap out from inside the basket. I shot some hot glue in between the rows where needed, and also down inside the baskets to give them a little more stability. Then I needed to add something inside the basket to hold the pine cone. I found the styrofoam ball and cut it in half. To get the pine cone to nestle inside, I used a hammer to create a slight divot, then added hot glue to anchor the pine cone, then carefully placed everything down into the basket. I also put greenery around the base to fill it in. You could put fabric around the bottom to make it look like a tree skirt, or add anything else you think might look good to fill in that area. For decorations, I found this jar full of beads. I wanted to keep it neutral and natural looking. Again, you can do anything you'd like. I would suggest using tweezers though if you attach smaller items like I'm doing, so you don't get burned on the hot glue. I did the exact same thing with a shorter pine cone. I honestly don't know which one I like better. You'll have to let me know in the comments. I wanted some type of a topper and tried adding a cluster of beads, but changed it and added wooden stars instead. For stability, I shoved a couple pieces of broken pine cone in between the star with hot glue, and that blended in very well. If you saw my countdown from last year, you'll know my projects were much more involved. For 2025, I wanted to keep everything simple, not just to save my sanity, but I wanted them to be easy enough that more people would feel confident creating these crafts, so hopefully you'll do just that. Let me know if you plan to try this project, and don't forget to follow to see the rest of the countdown. You can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook as well. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.